About Talend. Talend is a company that founded in 2006, and according to Talend, the Talend integration software, it simplifies the development process, it reduces the learning curve and decreases total cost of ownership with a unified, open and predictable platform. Through native support of modern big data platforms, Talend takes the complexity out of integration efforts. Currently, Talend has more than 1700 enterprise customers over the world. And this is a picture which shows different products of Talend and its position in the market. This is an old slide, but we are concentrated only in the data integration part. As you can see, Talend addresses both analytics and operational integration. Okay, so what exactly these terms mean? Let's look about these two terms in the next slide. Data analytics. Data analytics is the science of examining raw data with the purpose of drawing conclusions about that information. Data analytics these days, it's used in many industries to allow companies and organizations to make better decisions, better business decisions. And data analytics is also used in sciences to verify or disapprove existing models or theories. And Talend offers connectivity to the following data analytics applications. Some of them are like packaged applications like ERP, CRM, and databases, most of the databases, mainframes, files, and so on. It also offers connectivity to data warehouse, data marts, and other applications which use for analysis, reporting, dashboarding, scoreboarding, and etc. It also offers connectivity to built-in advanced components for ETL, including string manipulations, SCD, which is also called slowly changing dimensions, and it also offers automatic lookup handling, bulk load supports, and so on. All these terms we discuss in our future chapter. Now let's talk about operational integration. So operational integration is something that's typically referring to migrating and loading small quantities of data. This data will be in records or transactions. This data is captured moments after the data is created. An example can be whenever you swiped a card in a store or whenever you use your ATM card, the data gets updated, and within seconds all of the other operational systems within the company will have the access to this updated information. Data migration or data loading, data synchronization, and data replication are the most common applications of operational data integration. And we will discuss about all these terms in our next slide. And the above applications, they require complex mappings and transformations with aggregations, calculations, and so on due to variation in data structure. And this is all addressed by Talend. And these applications also require conflicts of data to be managed and resolved, taking into account record update precedence or record owner. And data synchronization is almost near real time as systems involve latency. Now let's see what exactly is Talend Open Studio for data integration tool. Most of the people, they call Talend Open Studio as TOS. Talend Open Studio for data integration, it is an open source graphical development environment. Just like you can say Eclipse if any of you use that. So this is an open source graphical development environment for creating and deploying custom integrations between systems. And in order to do those, Talend provides components. So Talend comes with over 600 plus pre-built connectors that make it quick and easy to connect databases, or if you want to transform files, or if you want to load data or move, copy and rename files, and if you want to connect to individual components in order to define complex integration processes. At the root, Talend Open Studio for data integration is a code generator, and so does a lot of heavy lifting for you, which means you don't have to code. Talend Open Studio does that for you. And as such, it is a suitable tool for both experienced developers and non-developers alike. And Talend Open Studio for data integration is easy to use and reduces the time taken to develop integrations from weeks and months to days or even hours. And best part is integration jobs are created from components that are configured rather than coded, and jobs can be run from within the development area, or You can export it and execute as a standalone scripts. Now let's look into some of the use cases. As you can see from this picture, Talend can be used for data synchronization, data migration to exchange data or ETL, or to replicate data. Let's see some common use cases for data migration. So basically, when we say data migration, it's from one database to another. This is a very common scenario. This happens when new systems are implemented or existing systems are upgraded. Data has to be populated into the new or upgraded system, and database schemas may be subtly or completely different, requiring some modification of data prior to loading. So these data migrations tend to be one-off acts, not integrations that are deployed on an ongoing basis. And the Talend Open Studio facilitates data migrations through its many database connectors and actions. And the next kind of use case is the exchange or share data systems. Regular file exchanges between systems. Most of the companies still store the data in flat files, makes them particularly suitable for batch processes when real-time data flows are unnecessary. File exchanges will often require some form of file transformation. For example, it might be either data content they want to format, or format of the data, or maybe sometimes both. And Talend Open Studio has the ability to manage many different file formats, and with its file management capabilities such as FTP and archiving, is able to facilitate a full end-to-end file exchange process. And coming to data synchronization, most of the enterprises, they often have multiple data repositories of the same data. You might ask, why do they have same data in multiple data repositories? One example can be data about customers. It might reside in the CRM system, the finance system, and the distribution system. They will probably have similar but different data models across these systems. And every time a change is made in one, the same change needs to be made in the others. Typically, this is a time-consuming and manual process. And Talend Open Studio can be used to keep the data in sync across systems with jobs that automate and transform the data transfer. And the final one is ETL. As we already discussed, ETL stands for extract, transform, and load. And this is a key component process of data warehouse or BI, business intelligence system. ETL processes extract data from operational systems, then we transform the data, then we apply a series of rules or functions and load the data into a database or data warehouse system. This is the common application most of the organizations use Talend or any ETL tool for. So these are some of the use cases. Let's look into the benefits of using Talend. So why do we have to use Talend when we have other similar products? What can it do for me? So it offers number of benefits that other tools, other ETL tools in the market can't. First thing is it's a open source software which is free to download and use. Anybody can download and anybody can use. You cannot do that with Informatica or DataStage. And with access to source code. When we say source code, it's not the jobs that we design, but the source code of the software itself. You can alter it if you want, which allows users to extend the product to their particular needs if required. That's right. So if you have the access to the source code, you can modify it however you want to. And the studio is a great productivity booster. It's easy to learn and quick to develop with. Even novice developers like you will be building complex integrations in no time. You will see that for yourself. And the studio's pre-built components, they handle many common and not so common tasks. Developers can focus on the end-to-end process rather than the low-level technical details. Another important thing is Talend has an active and open user community. I know there are so many technical terms in this video, but as we go into more sections, we will repeat the same terms again and again, so you will become familiar by the end of our course. So don't worry about that. If you don't understand a term, rewatch this video.